Hi, this is Sharif, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create a scroll to top button in the free version of Astra without needing to use the Pro version that has it built in. There are really good reasons to buy Astra Pro, but this isn't one of them. So let's get into it. So here you see I have my regular site. This is just a demo site that I use for these kind of videos. I've put enough content in there so that we actually can have something to scroll from. And the nice thing is we can do all this. We can do all this right in the customizer. So it definitely makes it nice to do. So here's the customizer for this particular site. As you can see, there's no scroll to top button. It's not available. In Astra 3.0, they introduced a footer builder, which is really nice, and we're going to make use of that. We're actually going to make use of an element. It's a HTML element they have that you can build just in the footers. So I'm going to grab one, and I've actually already got it coded, and the code is very simple. It is, I'll walk through this each item at a time. So the first thing is HTML. You're going to insert a button. We're going to actually give it a class called back to top. This is so we can target it with CSS after it's in place. And then it's going to say scroll to top, and we're actually going to link that button to masthead. Masthead is it's an ID that is built into Astra that actually references the container for the header. So what that does is by linking to that, when you click on any link with the anchor of masthead, you're going to land at the top of that page. So the nice thing about this anchor is that we already have it. We don't have to build a new one. We don't have to create an element at the top of the page. Astra's already done it for us. So by implementing this button, you'll actually get a functioning scroll to top right off the bat. Right there it is. So if you click on that button and it lands there. But we don't want it here. We want it, most likely you want it sticky towards the bottom in the corner somewhere, or depending on your screen size. And we're going to use custom CSS to make that happen. So let's come back to our custom CSS, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to target that class we gave it called back to top. And you can make anything you want, but you just so you have something to target it to. So we're going to do back to top, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a z-index of 10. And what that does is it makes sure that everything on the screen, because once we make this sticky, we want to make sure it stays in front of everything. So the z-index pulls it all the way to the front and gives us what we need. So the next part is we are going to fix the position, and we're going to set some padding on the bottom and right so it sits where we want it. Okay. The way we're going to do that is we're going to just say position fixed, and then we're going to do bottom. I think 20 pixels is probably good, and right is for desktop at least is 100 pixels is probably good. So now if you look, when we scroll, you see it stays there, right? It stays there. And if we click it, we go right to the top and it stays there. Now the problem will be that when you change screen sizes, that may not be the place you want it on tablet, and on mobile obviously now it's all off to the left hand side, and we probably want it centered or something like that. So we can do that using media screen queries. We're going to go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and just put all that code in there right now that I have pre-written in preparation for this video. So what we'll do is we're targeting two different media sizes. First one is max width 920. This is basically the tablet size. If it's under 920, your back to top button is going to have a 20 pixel offset on the bottom and a 30 pixel offset on the right. So if we look at that now, instead of being out over here and towards the left, it's in a fair position that one would expect to see that button. And then with the 480 pixel screen size and lower, which is essentially your mobile, we're only putting it 5 pixels off the bottom. We probably actually want this to be 70% and 15%. The width 70%. It makes it really wide, and then pretty much centered because I've taken the width at 70% of the screen size, and then the right is 15. That leaves 15 on the other side if you add it to 100, and that gives you a nice centered element. That gives you a scroll to top. And then we're going to publish it. Now, I probably have to purge my cache. And then when this page loads again, here's our scroll to top button. And when we click it, we go back to the top. Now, if you notice, we have a nice smooth scroll here. I'm using an extra plugin for that because it's not native to Astra. So I'm not going to make a specific plugin. Just look for smooth scrolling plugins, and you'll find plenty of them on the repository. And the reason I'm not going to make a recommendation is because plugins that offer individual features like that generally come in and out of the repository all the time, and I really don't want this video to be too outdated too fast. So that's why I'm not going to specifically recommend one. If you want to see the one I'm using, it is this page scroll to ID, version 7.3. I found this on the repository, and it just works. And so that is it. That's how you do it. Very simple, easy to do. You don't have to buy Astra Pro in order to have a scroll to top. You can make that button look like anything you want. It will pick up the theme, whatever you set in the customizer for button styles, and that's it. So if you use it, you like it, let me know. Like the video, subscribe. I don't put out a lot of videos, but subscribing does help get views, and encourages me to do more of them. So appreciate you watching, and hope you have a lot of success with your websites. Thanks.